And hello to all friends, potatoes are with you. Today, we have a new update of the soup mod, and this is with which we have firm the soup in development. In general, yes, today he added really interesting things, even a new mob, new mechanics, and in short, there is even a new armor. In general, we look until the very end, but before you start watching, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like it, write comments, just be sure to click on the bell, so as not to miss new daily videos. But we're getting started, so let's start with the first one, namely with the changes of what was. We now have nettles, namely we had nettles, but now our texture has changed, the texture has changed a little, and now first of all, it slows us down as well as the web, although it seems to me even a little less than the web. And now if we write such disruptions to ourselves, and go into it, then we will really pass at home. Now she's really hitting us, just like a real nettle. In general, now it's really a worthy nettle, and a worthy plant in our Minecraft world. We also added a new wheel, namely a birch one, and the previous oak one also changed. Now we have a look. Remember there was a very bad texture, but now you can see, really 3D texture like a real wheel. It's really so thick, in short, you can attach it to your carriage somewhere and go. But by the way, I checked, if you combine the whole thing with the motor, then it won't spin. But it would be cool if the subscriber really made this wheel spin together from the motor, let's say, but in general from the credit. Also now we have changed quiz. First of all, in my opinion, it is now written in Russian, and now it gives us only 2 hunger and 15 satiety. In principle, such a decent level, quite a lot of satiety, and really seems to me worth it now. Then a new device was added, called a cleaner. It is made of 2 iron ingots, an iron block, a loading trolley for dust, a sharpener, and also any wheel. Now we can take it, power up that it is from the rest of the dust, you just need to be put in it, and see what it does in it. But this is an interesting interface. We put the Restune dust in it here as a washing up, and put, let's say, 1 potato. We get peeled potatoes. Then carrots, we get peeled carrots. We put the cake here, and get, oddly enough, 7 peeled potatoes, although we should actually get 7 pieces of cake. But apparently it's just a tank with tags or something. And we can also put an apple here, and get a peeled apple. All these ingredients, well, except for a piece of cake, we can use later in crafting, and accordingly we can also eat them. By the way, we have absolutely the same saturation, only the peeled carrot has less. We also have an apple. We have a piece of cake with a whole gold and half fullness. We can also craft this whole thing with a kitchen knife. By the way, it is made of a stick, and also an iron ingot. Here it is so very small. We can take potatoes, carrots, cake, apple, we can't. But now we can also process the ticks on the pie with this knife, although we couldn't in that cleaner. That is, we can peel the potatoes. Wait, what is it not being peeled? Although it was cleaned before, wait a minute. But you need 4 pieces. Look, this is how we do it, and we get 4 peeled potatoes. We can also make 4 carrots. And then we can cut the cake into 7 pieces of cake at last, and also pumpkin pie. So we look, pumpkin pie restores 4 hunger, and 2.5 satiety here. And now we cut it into 4 pieces. And we get 4 hunger and satiety. By the way, 2.5 are also given, that is, we have more satiety this way. So you can use it. Next, if we combine a bottle, and also a peeled apple, and then we will also consider such a nettle soup, which we add. Why, by the way, nettle, we have changed the name here. Look, here we have nettle now called, it is written correctly, and nettle soup is written incorrectly. All right, in short, now, if we combine a bottle of peeled apple, we get apple juice, which we have much more efficient than an apple, and gives us a lot of saturation. Namely, how many? As many as 6 units. Listen, it's really cool. Now you can make yourself a delicious apple juice. And we can also make such a soup from nettles. It gives us our whole 4 hunger, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5 satiety. And it is quite difficult to do it. Here, you will need peeled carrots, 2 check potatoes, nettles, fried chicken, an egg, and also a bowl. In fact, in short, this is a dish of the gods, and it eats very strangely. Wait, very strange. It's very strange to eat. Why is that? Why so? I don't even have such mods. I don't understand why this is happening. It's like I'm pulling some kind of bow. Really look. Well, anyway, apparently we ate it. Also now, if we fill our dispenser with chocolate, honey, and put the pancake down there, let's do it now. We get a sweet pancake. Great, we have it restoring gold more, and saturation gives 1.5 more. Next, let's try to do the same thing with chocolate only. So, now we put chocolate in this dispenser. Chocolate pancake. Not chocolate, but chocolate from the word chic pancake. They perfectly restore hunger, in exactly the same way. In general, it's cool and I like it. Then new blocks are also added, namely this mushroom tree, and also a block of chains. Let's take a look first at their crafting. Here's a block of chains, and this is a block of a tree. And now they can be crafted, and it turns out such a texture, by the way. Looks like a little bit of the life of a tree from the botany fashion. And this block of chains looks like some kind of prison, I don't know, grid. In general, it is now possible to actually build some kind of prison, and keep evil prisoners there. Also, we now have something new falling from the fox. Think about it, we have something new falling out of the fox, namely now its skin. Look, we kill with the help of potatoes like this, and we get one skin. We can also, in my opinion, 2, and if I'm not mistaken, even 3. Well, how much have we got now? 2 pieces. Well, now for the purity of the experiment, we have one thing falling out. In short, 2 pieces at most fall out, and from this fox skin, we can, by the way, notice the skins and not the skins, that we can make ourselves armor. It is made in exactly the same way as ordinary armor, but adds 1, 3, 3, and also 1, and something else. Look, we put on a hat, nothing is given, but by the way, the hat looks very cool. The jacket gives us invisibility, too. By the way, only the jacket gives interesting, pants do not give, and shoes also do not give. But, if we put on a jacket, then we are given invisibility too. There would be a class, if it gave invisibility with a full set, but in principle, it is also Oklahoma. And now we can hide from our enemies, let's say in this way. We will have such a walking vest. Also, such a large carrot is added. If anything, it is made from carrots and 8-bone flour, just like this big potato, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check it out. Yes, exactly the same, only instead of potatoes, carrots and this stuff we will apply. Look first of all what texture. So really a huge carrot, and a little flashing, a little tank, but in principle it's all easy to fix. Look here, we have 7 and 1 damage, and 0-1 attack speed. This is a very powerful carrot for us, and at the same time, with everything on a very heavy one, we can in principle, even hit someone, but we don't have anyone to hit on the horizon, so let's remember. Well, let's still drink it, with a blinking tip like this, right, so that you look at me. We all beat. Yes, we deal the truth, 7 damage, the family 1 damage. In principle, I like it. I honestly don't know where it can be applied, because it's more efficient to make even an ordinary wooden sword. Because the speed of this carrot is very small, but in principle, like such a bonus, it's cool. Also, we have added new crafts with a pancake. We can combine it with brown mushroom, red berries, and also, more precisely, sweet berries, and also peeled carrots. Let's put the whole thing in. So we combine the workbench with 1 mushroom, and look like a pancake. Now he has 1.5 more hunger here, or rather, half more hunger, and 2 more saturation units. It turns out a pancake with mushrooms. With berries, we have absolutely the same, or rather not. Look, here, we have 3 famines, that is, it is more satisfying, but the saturation is less. And finally, we have absolutely the same carrot here. Also now we can combine, see what? We can combine the dough, then peeled potatoes and raw beef. We get raw meat, potato pie. Potato probably wanted. Well, in short, such a potato pie with meat. Here it is, we can fry it, and it turns out just meat potato pie. Here we are given 3 famines, and also, as many as 5.5 units of saturation. Basically nothing like replacing meat. And finally, the last one is the new mop. We will have it if we grow potatoes. Let's do it. So, we grow potatoes, and when we break this potato bush, when we break it, with some chance, you can remember here is such a mole. Here's our mole. That's how he looks like he's going to chill. He has 2 eyes, a nose. That's the kind of really cool mole he is. But by the way, there is no animation of movement. This is a minus. It would be possible to give him to move his legs and paws so funny. And when we kill him, look what will fall out of him. So let's kill him with an invisible hull. Both of us, we all killed him. As if by the way they killed some kind of bat. To be honest, I'm not mistaken, and the sound is similar. And we have a chance to fall out with such a bite-sized potato. By the way, in my opinion, even with 100% chance, she will recover there for 6 months, half of saturation. That's how it gets eaten very quickly by the way, because it is biting, almost eaten by our mole. But that's not all, we can put this mole in a bag like this. We have a bag made of 4 leather. We also poke the threads with a PCM, and that's it, we have a mole in the bag. The bag with the mole is more accurate, and we can essentially move it somewhere, and I don't know, let's say hop. Now here it is. Well, there was a potato with you, be sure to subscribe to the channel, put likes, write comments, and also just be sure to click on the bell so as not to miss new daily videos.